Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining on. Joining on. I can't talk today. Thank you for joining us once again tonight for your Discipline Therapy podcast with your two incredible hosts, Mr. El Discipline, and with him always, Sujey Sotomayor. And you know how we do before we begin. Although I did miss the last two times, I'm ashamed to admit. We're gonna clear the energy. Still going. This is cool. All right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through this first and then
Got my notes ready.
I'm going to go through everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, we know y'all fiends and y'all know what that means. We're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy where not everything is completely free, as we're on Patreon for plenty of exclusive content for you to see. But what is free is judgment free, it's sucker free, it's censor free, it's sensitive free, and some liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great. That means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite, roll a blunt. But make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and sometimes vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're here.
Before we get into the topic, I'm going to go through some stuff like we're starting to do now. So, ladies and gentlemen, link in the description to become a Patreon member. Subscribe for exclusive content, bloopers behind the scenes, my solo lectures of discipline therapy talk, BDSM content of mine, erotica posts, writings by yours truly, EL Discipline as well. Collaboration shows pertaining to sensitive topics such as abortion, transgender, conspiracy theories with Sujey and myself. Once again, that's patreon.com/the Discipline Therapy Podcast. Link is in the description of the video. But for the people who are just listening to us, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Castbox, we're also on those major listening platforms. You won't get to see a link in the video. So go to YouTube and you'll be directed right there. So they're just links. You can just click on them and it will take you directly to the website. EL Discipline Books, my books available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, electronic version as well. Link is also in the description. Online store, disciplinetherapy.launchcart.store/shop. We have some new gear that just hit. Every month or a couple of weeks, there's some new stuff. Go check it out. Different categories. Also, a coupon code. Get it while it lasts. 15% off worldwide. It's Summer Therapy 2023. Once again, 15% off. Coupon code. Put that as checkout. 15% off worldwide. Summer Therapy 2023. Once again, we're also on major listening platforms: Spotify, Deezer, Castbox, Overcast, iTunes, Amazon Music too, and more. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. The YouTube video, also websites: www.thedisciplinetherapypodcast.com, www.eldiscipline.com. Business inquiries, if you want to be on the show, coaching by me, training, all those things are included. You go to the business email, ssotomayor0307 or info@eldiscipline.com. All right. So the topic today is, we always talk about male privilege, white privilege, but never beauty privilege. Season 11, episode 118. We also have a special guest caller.
Hello. Guest caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Oh, how polite. Would you like to state your name or would you like to be anonymous?
My name's Elena.
Elena?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did you hear the topic?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you're ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Because you know how Mr. Yield Discipline is. He asked some tough questions, some tough bullets, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
All right. So in my first book, The Seduction of Discipline, I wrote in chapter 13, Power. In beauty, strength, and intelligence, there is power. One, if not all three, are linked with sex. Do you believe this?
Absolutely. I think all three would to an extent. I think beauty would, because when you come in contact with a beautiful person, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel some type of way. You get giddy, euphoric, your
Mm,
heart may start racing, etc. And I also think it's a primal instinct. Our basic instincts are to survive and reproduce. I think reproduction is clear to have sex. So I think we're just hardwired that way.
We see it often. Pretty people get away with a lot, and they also receive more. Why?
I think for a lot of different reasons. I think pretty people get away with more for the fact that men want trophy wives, so they may tolerate more bratty behavior. Um, I think the most common would be, oh, he or she just wants to have sex with you. I can agree with that. And then there's the halo effect. The halo effect influences us to use attractiveness when we determine if someone has desirable characteristics. So when we look at a beautiful person, we just assume that they're kind. We just assume that
mm,
they're honest.
yeah,
Um, so we let them get away with a lot more.
that's true. Do you think we assume it, or it's just that, we're taught it? Like, is that a
I'm
learned
sorry.
thing? Do you think that people just assume it, or is that like a learned behavior? We're taught, oh, pretty people are, they're nice or whatever.
No, I don't. It's not something that's taught. I think it just comes natural.
Okay.
Um, for some reason, there's been a lot of studies on that, and all the studies say that they don't know why. But attractive people, we just tend to think that they're hardworking, they're kind, they're
Mm,
trustworthy and loyal. So I think they get away with a lot for that, and I think they receive gifts and so forth for the same reason. Um,
yeah.
and also, some of them might want you to model their clothes or promote because attractive people a lot of times do have a large following.
Mm,
So, they get gifts, money, etc., for showing people out.
that's true.
Beauty has a more of a seductive pull to work in women's favor than men. Men aren't able to pull women with just their beauty alone. Men are more visual than women as well. Most women don't care about looks, physique, or behavior. Why?
Um, this this is a difficult one for me because me personally, I actually do care about those things. However, I will say that the older I get and after failed relationships and dating, it's not as important to me as it used to be. I think primarily because I've come to the realization that I may never find my ideal man. So I
Mm,
think with that being said, a lot of times women just settle for different reasons. Maybe there are biological clocks, pressure from family, society, and other women simply want stability or financial security. So they aren't so much concerned with looks, physique, and behavior.
mm.
Hmm, okay.
Those are good answers.
Um, so because of this pretty privilege, that is a thing that we don't talk about, but it is a thing. Who, put the staple on that? Who's to blame?
Um, I don't necessarily think anyone's to blame. I think as an adult, first of all, I hate the word blame because I feel like it lacks accountability. No one is making these men take care of these pretty women that, shouldn't, or I don't want to say shouldn't, but aren't deserving of that treatment. It's their choice. That's what they're choosing to do. So I don't think it's a matter of blame. However, I do think if you were maybe raised without a mother and father in the home, or you grew up in a home where maybe your parents were toxic, you probably never set that foundation. So you would be more prone to, maybe unhealthy relationships and behavior like this.
Quick. Don't think about it. When you think of the term pretty privilege or expression, what gender do you associate that with?
Female.
Okay, and I know you would say that because you just mentioned, it's nobody tells these men to do this. So you're already
Mhm.
thinking like, men are to blame.
No.
That's what I'm interpreting because you didn't say it's equal. Um, so okay, so can we name some jobs that women can get rich in quick without mentioning or excluding cosmetics, escorts, virtual prostitution, OnlyFans, porn stars, sexually objectification, etc.?
um, no, I can't think of any other jobs, to be honest with you.
Okay, you can.
Yeah, doctor.
Okay, well we'll talk after.
Oh, okay.
Well, it might be also depending on your definition of rich. I don't think a doctor's gonna get off rich right away. They might start out in the 80,000 realm first. They got to work their way up. They
That's
might
true.
start out with 100 G's and they got to work their way up.
That's very
So
true.
it depends, but we'll debate
Yeah.
after. Male stripper and female stripper. Male professional dominance versus a professional dominatrix, femdoms, mistresses, madams, a mommy. Who makes more money? Do you understand all these terms?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who makes more money and why?
Um, I'm thinking women would get paid more because men are visual, and also men have to work harder for sex. I don't see too many women paying for um to see men naked when we can see them for free all day, every day. The same with dominatrix and things of that nature. We can do that if we want to for free. I think that's more difficult for men. So, with that being said, I think women would make more money.
Mm. Do you think people would rather be desired and loved for their physical assets or their intangible assets and why? You could even make this subjective, like you personally. You can make it as a
Um,
general population or you can make it
mhm.
personal.
I think physical assets, physical assets, excuse me, because some people like to showboat, so to speak. It gives them a sense of pride.
Okay.
And I think that they would take pride in their intangible assets, but we're sensory oriented by nature. So we want things we can see and touch,
Mm,
and we want others to be able to see them. That's where the pride comes in. So I would say physical assets.
okay. Do you think if most people had higher standards for themselves instead of vanity and shallow tendencies, most people would have value for them for that versus what they show or believe is their most valuable asset?
Yes, I do. But I think it would take longer for people to recognize their value. Um, Because when you look good, you get attention. And when you have their attention, that's when other people notice the other skills that you're bringing to the table a lot of times. So, yes, I think they would value you for that, but I think it would take longer for them to value that.
Mm. Last question. Where do you believe the phrase women are always right came from?
I think that phrase probably came from a simp trying to get pity sex, or a husband that, or a husband that is trying to watch the game and his wife is nagging. So he's like, "Oh, women are always right. Just shut up, let me watch the game." Something, something along that
Mm.
that line.
Mm.
Like
Your
one
answer?
of those husbands that says, happy wife, happy life.
Right,
Mm.
right.
Mm. You have any final thoughts? Any
No, I don't.
objections? Do you like us, hate us? Do you have a problem with what I say on here? Do you like, how do you feel? Now's your opportunity.
I'm a huge fan of you all. I watch, your shows like one a day, honestly. I'm trying to like go back, way back.
Oh, you're trying to catch
Um,
up? Oh, that's
I
good.
am.
Thank
I
you.
am. And I'm learning so much. I love the fact that so much education is being presented. So And discipline as far as I like the things you say and so forth. Um, a lot of it, is very accurate. It's very, very, very accurate. I don't know that people are at that level though.
Mm.
What do you
Me
mean?
personally, I get it,
What do you
but
mean level?
I'm sure
What do you
what I
mean
mean by
level?
that is
I know what you
what
mean, but for the audience, what do you mean level?
I mean, what's the word? I'm like
Like
in
ready to
depth,
hear it?
spiritual.
Mm.
Mm.
What'd you say, Suhe?
Like they're not ready to hear what he's saying.
Yeah, that, and if they did hear it, like they're just not, they're not buying it. They're not, I think to something of this nature, you have to go through experiences and so forth,
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
um, but yeah, I love your show very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being part of the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
So I gotta get into zone because I'm not usually. You're usually the one that's reading
Mm. We're
the
doing things a
shit.
little bit different today.
Yeah. Let me do some adjustments. Okay, good. Cool.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. So in the first book, The Seduction of Discipline,
Mm-hmm.
I believe chapter 13, Power, in beauty, strength, intelligence, there is power. One, if not all three, are linked to sex. Do you believe this?
Strength, and what was the third one?
Intelligence.
And if one, if not all of them, lead to sex, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
I could agree with that.
Okay, why?
Why do I agree with that? Well, because first of all, beauty, any that like the caller said, that is very appealing to the eye, right? Everybody likes to look at something, a person that's good looking, a nice landscape, whatever. They like pretty things. So the beauty aspect will definitely get you in the door with sex, with work, with whatever. And then my other one that I would go with is intelligence, because you have certain people, and you actually introduced the word to me. Damn it, now I forgot.
Sapiosexual.
Con el sapiosexual. They find
How did I
intelligence
read that? Like, how did I read your mind?
because we've been doing this for a while, and you know that I don't remember things. But this right. So some people are sapiosexuals, and they find intelligence in attractive. So they're gonna obviously find someone who is intelligent attractive. So those
Mm,
two, yes. And what was the other one? Strength.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say all three of them, because a girl, a female, I'll say, likes, we want to feel protected, and we associate muscles and strength with protection. So I'm gonna go with all three. I agree.
I think that yes, all three. If you have all three, it is a trifecta. Different people might say that she's dangerous, he's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. It's a trifecta, triple threat. Some people would say. However, I don't believe every woman and man possess all three.
No, I don't believe that
So
either.
so yeah, it says one, if not all three, are linked with sex. Beauty for the man, might translate to sex in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence, a lot of men don't care about a woman if she has a brain or not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me be
That's
technical. Let
awful.
me be technical. If she doesn't use her brain, obviously human beings,
Gonna
animals,
have a
gonna
brain
have brain, but they don't care if she doesn't
unless
use her
she's
brain efficiently.
unless
Like they
she's
don't,
giving good brain. Ew, you saw how I put that? You saw how I did that? All right, I'm sorry.
they don't care a lot about. I'm not saying all of them, most. Strength as well.
Yeah, not everybody has
Strong,
strength.
independent. I don't need it. Like they're not gonna care.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what your definition of strength is, it may not be physical.
Mental strength.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna care. But for men, it might be one. For women, I would say strength and intelligence.
And
Not
good
so much
looking.
the beauty. Not so much the beauty. The beauty's a bonus. It's just like
Well,
if a guy is good in bed and he has a big dick. That's a bonus. Pause. But that's a bonus for a lot of women.
that's true.
That because that's extra. But I'm looking for the provider and protector.
That's true.
So the
But
provider and protector, that intelligence can turn into capital. He could be
That's
creative.
very
That's how a
true.
lot of women look at it. Strength. But say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say that, I mean, you have to have some sort of beauty, whether you're a man or a woman, to even, to get that appeal, like to get that first glance or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Not most women. Most women. We said this in the last show.
Mm.
Most no 2 shows. It's 116.
Oh yeah.
Why do they blame the man when the
Mhm.
relationship fails? Most people. For women, they fall in love with non-sexual, non-physical things. You see fat guys, ugly, have a lot of money, might be a protector. She's not sexually aroused by him, sexually attracted, but the fact that he has money, maybe intelligence, has power. I tell people what to do, and they are subordinate to me.
Yeah.
That alone makes her build something with him. I could grow to love him. You see, so it's like now because of those intangible things, the woman is like, he's looking more attractive. In the song One Chance, Biggie said, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks.
Yep.
Girls pee-pee when they see me, like he's trying to convey in those lyrics, I'm ugly.
But
But
I can
look,
still
I
put
still
bitches.
pull
Yep.
them. You see what I'm saying? So definitely beauty. When we look at the term beauty, we associate that more with women or females, and who's attracted to it? Males. That's why they'll say it often. Women fall in love with words, men fall in love with visual, what they see. So he might go on a first date with a woman sitting across a table. I don't do the across the table thing. I'm sitting next to her. She's sitting inside. I'm sitting outside, protecting her. But they might do the across the table, and he's like, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful." And then she's like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah,
She's
but
falling in love with the words. Oh, I'm gonna start every time I see him, I gotta get dolled up. He likes that. Like he's like visually falling for her. Oh, you're so beautiful. You look so good. You see, she likes what she's hearing. He likes what he's seeing.
But we also had the one with Chris. I forgot what number that is.
112.
112. Yes, 112 with the players. Well, that's how it stuck in my mind that day. But anyway, even in that one, we had an example of a guy. I think it's flirting or how he flirts with somebody, and he's a good looking. Remember, we had that. She sees all these guys talking to her. She don't care. She don't care. And then that one good looking guy who knows he's hot just gives her the head nod and keeps walking. He's good looking, and she's like, why are you not hounding me like the rest? Now
We both agreed that wasn't even the context that we both we were all saying, oh, we agree with that.
No, I
we
know,
we
but
both agreed that it was the substance she was chasing. It wasn't the
right, but
man's
it was
beauty. And Chris didn't even convey what type of how did the man look. She did
true.
not.
I
She
just
did not say
automatically
black, white.
I just automatically thought he's a good looking man
Yeah,
in my mind.
He did not say maybe a woman has a race preference. He did
Yeah,
not say
no.
black, white, Asian. He did not say, oh, he dressed
Damn,
this.
that's freaking right. In
You
my
know?
mind, I already pictured somebody walking.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
never
good
mind.
looking, right?
Never mind. You just
Right?
shot down my whole what I was gonna
That was
say.
good looking, right? Yeah. So I believe that if you do have 3, it's a triple threat, not for old men.
Not for all men?
Yeah, because if men are just looking at the strength and the intelligence, it's platonic. Like men have to have more of a sexual attraction, like physical attractiveness than women for the opposite sex. If she just has strength and intelligence, it's platonic. If I'm not physically attractive, if I don't see she's beautiful, the world could say she's a 6, she's a 7,
Right.
and I could say she's a 9, 10.
Right.
So if I don't think she's beautiful,
Right, you're not gonna.
I'm not gonna engage.
Yeah. Okay.
It's platonic. So I feel like women though are different. If the man has strength and intelligence and is not so beautiful,
I'm gonna go with some women on that.
okay,
But you're
some
right.
women,
But you're right.
but okay, maybe if you're saying subjective, you are in the 1%, which is a big portion of people, but you are in the 1%, miss. You are in the 1%. 99% of women are going to be looking for the provider.
Yes.
The provider, no matter what he looks like, is always attractive to me. He's attractive. I gravitate towards him. That's why I
Gotcha.
said earlier, the overweight man who's ugly, pause, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who's
no.
ugly, you
We've all
know,
seen it.
has money, maybe has power. I tell people what to do. I got guards. Don't worry, they're gonna protect us. Wow, all those things. He's starting to look really attractive.
Mm.
Women, 99%. I say 1% because you're clearly saying here that you don't believe it. So you're in the 1%, which could be other 5 to 10 other women with you. Maybe there's 20 women in that same category.
Oh, the caller.
Okay, but most women, 99%, and it's evident. A lot of guys are in sexless marriages. Why? How you not getting your woman horny? You got to beg for sex? Yeah, because she was never into you. I'm not going to mention this, but I saw a podcast a couple of years ago or whatever.
Okay.
Black couple. And he said to her, "Oh, you know, she used to bother me about this and that, and she forced me to be monogamous. And now it's not verbatim, I'm trying to get sex all the time because I have a high sex drive or testosterone. And she's,
I think I remember which
yeah,
one
I'm
you're
not
talking
trying to
about.
mention
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm
And
not-
she is fighting me. Why?
Mhm.
Because she wasn't into him. But he said, well, she was on some stuff. She was on birth control and she was this and that can fuck women's hormones and stuff. And it's true. They do say a woman being on birth control prefers more feminine guys than dominant
How
because they're
interesting.
thinking already they're pregnant. So they're going to want soft words and, be nice to me. And,
That makes a lot of sense.
because they think they're pregnant. It's a trickery,
Hmm.
especially with the frontal lobe of the brain.
Interesting.
All those pills, patches, whatever you're taking, shots, it's
Yeah.
absorbing into your
Awful.
cells and your
Yeah.
bloodstreams and shit. Boom. So that's that. Women personally, they're gonna prefer the strength and the intelligence because that's gonna turn into something. Most women care about a man's future.
Hmm. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Versus their past. They care about a man's where are you going? How much money do you make? Because I care about your future. Where are you going? What do you do for a living? You think you're gonna be there for the next 10 years? How long you been at that job? You think you're gonna be there or you're gonna try to move
That's
up or
so
something, become an entrepreneur? You never know what these women ask. The women's okay, let me not say those women, those particular women who are looking to build.
Ask those
I got my
questions.
own money too, my own place. They're looking to build. Can he pay half of the rent or all of it? They're looking to build. I don't want to keep working for the rest of my life. They're looking to build. They're going to ask those questions. The women who aren't already have their money and stuff like that, like you mentioned in a prior show. Let me just have sex with you. You don't need to take care of me. Let's just have sex. Let's just date and hang out and fuck buddy shit.
Yeah.
Hookup culture. Those women might care more about beauty. The seducer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He has a stripper body probably, but he's not a stripper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me. Never was a stripper. Never was a porn star. They offered me and I turned them down. Often I turned them down.
Good for
You know what I'm saying? Even dudes was hitting me up in the DM. Hey, my white wife wants to have some BBC or black. I'll pay you $5K. White guy,
Oh
cuckold.
my Lord.
Yeah, back in 2015.
Wow.
And I said, nah, I ain't doing this. I said this in the show already.
Yeah, you have a really good morals?
Integrity.
Integrity.
So you gotta look at it like, she might see me. He looks like a rapper. He looks like an ex-stripper and stuff like that. Went on Instagram. He got abs. You know what I'm saying? She's visually attractive. That's not common. Most men don't even look at them as beautiful. Women don't. You don't. You don't. The guys that are, oh my God, he's so gorgeous. Those are a handful. But most women are looking for what is he doing? If he has status on Instagram, very popular on YouTube, whatever, got businesses and stuff, she's looking at status. Mad people know him and shit like that. He got connections. You know what I'm saying? Real estate connections. This, that, boom. He could go into the club, cut the line because he knows the owner. Status. They're going to be attracted to that.
That's true.
Women saying he got the biggest dick. I fucked him already. Validating. Status. Now she wants to try it. Desirable man. Status. Men are different. They're not looking at status and saying, oh, that's why I'm going to get her. They're going to be looking more at beauty. That's the first thing they're going to look at.
Definitely
Even
not
a guy
status.
like me, I'm looking at beauty. Then I see what she got more. She doesn't, bye, nice to meet you.
Hmm.
But other guys are just, that is your prerequisite, and that's where
true.
it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Women have a prerequisite, and then it doesn't end from there. That's just,
There's another
you
list
you had to
attached.
have some shit to get my number. I don't give dudes my number. So,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? You had to have something. But then it's like, what can say consistent?
Mm.
Men, it's like, they don't give a damn. Let me not say men. Most. So I'm not in the category, and I know other dudes who aren't. Most men, who cares about her being consistent?
About being consistent with
Yeah.
what?
Like, okay, the
wouldn't men
prerequisite
care
was
about being a woman being consistent with her time and
the
stuff?
prerequisite was the looks.
Okay.
That can always be power. We said there is power, and it's
Mhm.
all linked to sex. We didn't even get to the second bullet. That can always be power. So because of that, her looks and extra sexual talents, that will always let her get out of shit. What did you just say right now? He
Wouldn't
doesn't
he
care
want?
about her time. That nigga gonna let that shit slide because she look good. Yeah,
Yeah, but that dies quickly.
Yeah, most men that have sexual discipline.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, that woman has power. She's using her
Okay.
beauty to her advantage. That's why she can be late.
Gotcha.
That's why he won't hold her accountable. That's why she can post her booty online and say, "You're insecure. You ain't a real man. You cannot possess me. I'm a grown woman." That is not love. Manipulation.
Do you
Manipulation. And because he looks at her as beautiful and every man want her, perhaps a trophy wife, goes back to the last question. Where'd you hear the phrase women are always right? She's right, she's right. To avoid it. I don't want her to leave, and I don't want an argument. An argument can emerge, and that
Escalate,
is the
yeah.
byproduct of her leaving. So I don't even want to get to that. She's right.
Do you think that works though, like that beauty card since we're speaking predominantly about women and beauty, does that work at work?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
I was in this managerial position and company. Oh, I just did my nails. I don't want to do truck. Crying. Women crying.
That cannot I cannot even see that as flying right now. And like this, are you
Yo,
kidding me?
when I became a senior manager, shit. I'm not talking about the entry
You're
manager
like, things
level.
changed.
When I became a senior manager, and I'm 24, no, I'm 27. I'm making the women do it. One time I was closing the store with 3 women. Wasn't common. I'm like, I looked at all of them. I'm not gonna sweep. I'm not gonna vacuum. I'm not taking the garbage. I'm sorry. I'm the manager here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really obligated to do that. Like, rock, paper, scissors with the 3 of y'all.
Oh,
And get it
man, rock
done.
all
Like,
the
if
way.
I'm not gonna pick anybody out. I'm gonna put the choice up to y'all. Who draws the shorter straw? I delegated. You take out the garbage, you vacuum, you sweep. Fair treatment. Ain't nobody getting special treatment. That's even a violation. A manager can't display special treatment.
Yeah.
HR get involved,
Oh,
employee
yeah.
relations. You know what I'm saying? They want to complain to even like my
could be
boss or the
harassment.
CEO. I'm gonna debate with the CEO. I mean, it's not in my job description to do that. So then why are you going against the women? Now you giving them special treatment. Should there be some type of litigation towards you about that? I put him in his place real quick, and he my boss, probably. Yeah, he right. Oh, okay. You know what? Next time, try to schedule better, or he'll say some shit like that, and he'll run with his tail stuck between his legs. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, you know, I did that. So, but when it pertains to all 3, it's very rare for you to find it in both genders. Boom, let's keep going.
Let's go.
Now, this is a fact. Beauty can be seductive, and seduction can be powerful. Power is linked to sex, and sex can be linked to pleasure. This can also be linked to our subjective kinks and fetishes. Neurological scientists say this. Due to our frontal cortex, when we hear or see something enticing, it triggers our physiological state in a pleasurable way. Some people look at tattoos as as taboo.
Yep.
I could be arousing a woman because visually, that's an example. And I'm not doing it on purpose because I can't control how people feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have control of that. My voice.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into it.
Even people who smell good.
Mm-hmm. Dopamine and serotonin are released. And that can be words, people, a place, could be a private company, club, music. You know, you like to dance probably, sounds, and activity, behavior. So the Asian woman who's traditional submissive, she might be very attractive to me because of my behavior, but she's not attracted to me because in her household, she was never taught to look at anything outside of her race.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
she's like watching and like, oh, why does that black guy turn me on? That's taboo. I'm not supposed to get turned on by him. You know what I'm saying? I would never even be able to bring him in front of my father.
That's
I might get disowned. You see what I'm saying? Just to give you an example. So the behavior part, activity, might be BDSM activity.
Okay.
Might be a woman being submissive. You know what I'm saying? So this is just facts. We store that information in our cells. An example of muscles too. Success. And perhaps success with women. You know, this triggers arousal in the psyche and can translate as or transmute as pleasure in the mind. So let's say she had an ex that gave her the best sex of her life. He might have had tattoos, similar character or behavior. The artwork translates into sex in the woman's mind because she's just remembering that. It's muscle memory. When you go to the gym, like, yo, I wasn't able to bench 315, but every week I was training to do that. And then I had to train shoulders and backs because I'm using all those things to push it. So to increase my bench, I need to train all the other things, triceps too, to pushing motion. So I need to train all these other things so I can have a high bench. It's like muscle memory. So now eventually I'm going to get there because every week I'm increasing weight.
That's probably why women have a type. Muscle memory.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to prove.
How very interesting.
Let's see. Another example. A man may observe a sexy and attractive woman and begins to compare these women that he sees probably online, the porn stars.
Oh, like I bet she could do that.
And this is men and women. You know, you may have listened to a song, watched a show that made you laugh, made you feel good,
or smell the smell. Like you walk into, like if you're used to a certain, let's say,
aroma,
right, and then you break up with that person, you walk into another store or something, and you're like, that whatever memories you had comes smacking you in the face, or hearing a certain song or something.
A man observes a woman in tight yoga pants, could show her shape, her curves. Part of his brain is shut down, the frontal cortex, and now he's programmed to view her as an object, mainly sexual. It's the same thing when a woman may observe a man who's muscular, tattooed. Oh man, he looks like he can manhandle me. Or maybe she's more dominant in the bedroom. He looks like he could take a lot of pain. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard that, but maybe I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, give me some sexual pain or pleasure. They might think of it that way. All of this is going to be in their heads, but she may never say it. Visual stimulation for both parties. You know, when we witness beauty, it's a quick response or reflex in our brain. Okay.
That's true.
So beauty has a more seductive gravitational pull to work in women's favor than men. Men aren't able to pull women with beauty alone. Men are more visual than women as well. Most women don't care about looks, physique, behavior. Why?
I don't know, because I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know why a woman wouldn't care about behavior. That to me, I don't know. I look I'm for myself, because I know you said that the caller could be not selective, like to talk about her own experiences, right, instead of objectively. So I'm only going to talk about my perspective on that, and I do look at looks first, because that's the first thing that catches my attention. Like you
You're
could be
also
a nice
established.
person. What does that mean?
That means you got your own money, right? You work,
Oh,
right?
yeah. What was that?
Pretty independent.
Okay.
So for you, it's like I got all the things almost that a man would
Yeah, but
provide
I
me.
also look
If
at behavior. You're not gonna go acting
that's
crazy and it's gonna come and
that's
it's gonna
why
attract me.
I say it works for you. You're not listening.
Oh my bad.
That's why I say it works for you. If you have a choice between the three or the opposite, that's what it is. If looks, women don't care about looks. Most women don't care, and I say most because you're in that category of not. Most women don't care about looks, physique, behavior. So now, what does she have left? The financial provider. What does she
Okay.
have left? Status. What does she have left? Intelligence. What does she have left? Gangster and drive, even in the boardroom, because you know how to get to the bag
Mm-hmm.
and tell people what to do.
Right.
So now you're looking at looks, physique, behavior, or that. So women who are more dependent upon the masculine is going to be looking for those other things.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? And this is women don't care about look. Most women don't care about looks. I will correct myself. Most women don't care about looks, physique, and behavior. There's guys that are rich that might be abusing women in a city near you.
That's true.
Okay? So she stays there. I mean, if she's defending him to her friends,
Yeah.
it shows she doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's number one. Looks.
Or she's scared.
Yeah, behavior. So that's that. They don't care about it. Looks, physique, they don't care about it. The caller even said the woman, when it comes to the male stripper and the female stripper, the woman is gonna make more money. She's gonna get more attention.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
By far.
So that's telling you right there that a lot of men who have a physique, like mine, better than mine or whatever, he's also handsome. You got to bring more. Most women don't care about that.
Okay.
And behavior. Dominant, beautiful man, six-pack, chisel muscles, and all that. No, you got to bring more. Most women don't care. But if they're already established and stuff like that, they be like, okay, now I could get the love now. I don't need the guy to provide for me. I got my own money. Now I could search for the love now. The good dick. The good sex.
Jeez, got you. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So women that are more dependent, they're not gonna care about this shit. You gotta bring more. Women that have their own and more established, they're gonna start looking at these things. That's why the guys that's saying, "Listen, I'll pay for this and that." Yo, do you have a little dick or something? Like, what else you got? That's not just gonna get them.
Yeah.
But the woman who needs her bills paid and stuff of that nature,
it might work on her.
it definitely, and they didn't grow up together. Might have been his obligation thinking that, yo, I grew up with her. She was here for a long time, ride or die. Like the Dom and Sophia character I created, high school sweethearts.
Yep.
But if he's just meeting her tomorrow, he's not going to be just thinking, I'm going to just pay her bills. What is she going to do to earn that?
Right. She got to do something.
But
to
if
get
those
that money.
dudes are just straight up doing that, a guy in Dubai maybe, she might fall for it.
You know, there's even commercials
because
for
she
that
needs
now
that. She needs
on
that.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy saying you could be flown out to specifically Dubai, but you don't want to. I don't know what he said. You just want to deal with those bums back home. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So this is why they don't care about looks, physique, and behavior.
Okay.
I'm not saying this is an age either.
Okay.
I'm not saying young girls or older women.
Okay.
I'm not saying it. So because I've been able to attract younger women before they even know what I do for a living. So
all right, so good.
And that's a prerequisite of
because I've
them
always
allowing
been like that,
me to court them. It's just like catcalling.
Yeah.
Hey, you're pretty good looking. You know, I saw you all the way over there. I could not stop and leave without coming to talk to you. And she's over here like looking me up and down. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But the woman who is a little bit more established is gonna be like, man, he a creep. Probably like, you know, if he's not good looking, he a creep. He's harassing me. He still keep chasing me after I told him no. But the guy that you told no, you want him to chase you. And if he is constantly chasing you, which is harassment, after you told him no, she's like, oh, girl, he loves me. He's chasing me. You see, he's so hot, and because he's chasing me, he's showing me that I have value,
Mm.
and I'm the shit because he's fucking hot. I'm not getting chased by an ugly weirdo. So now beauty privilege works in his favor.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, you've said it on another show. Like, if you're not good looking and you are persistently hollering at somebody, that could be considered harassment.
Harassment, yeah.
But if you're good looking and you persistently, try to get a woman, they don't say it's harassment. They just say, "Oh,
Because he's hot.
he's thirsty and he really
I think
wants it."
I think everybody wants to be around or have sex with or be engaging with beautiful people. No, I think it's initially like that, but when you say that, is that what's women's first initial prerequisite? Beauty in a man. That's what I'm trying to make a point to you. Yeah, we're
Right, but-
human beings, but men are more visual. Women aren't more visual than men. They're not gonna be like, oh wow, he's good looking. Listen, I walk to the bar in 2 different outfits to test. Right? I'm the author who's an artist. I got the brush. I'm gonna paint the perfect picture for you. I'm in a suit tailored so they can't see my tattoos. I don't have anything on my neck, on my hands, and I did that purposely.
Okay.
So I walk into a bar, I walk into an event, doesn't matter. Suit on, tie. They don't see anything, not even by my collarbone. I'm all up. Handsome dude, look like I have money. I'm loud with the waitress, making it rain and stuff. The woman is gonna look at me and say, "Oh wow," she's gonna be intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be intrigued. But the woman who is already established, of her own, is gonna ask, "What else?" But most women, even if they have their own money, they're gonna gravitate towards that.
Mm-hmm.
They're curious. Now, I change, walk into another bar because I'm not wearing a mask. So they're going to know, oh, So I walk into another bar and I wear a V-neck shirt, some fitted pants, sneakers. And I walk to the bar. I'm going to get looks. But you know what women are going to say? And they might talk amongst their friends. You know?
I have an
Go ahead.
imagination. Well, I mean, if they looked at you walking in with the fitted and all that, they would probably think that you're hot. You could probably fuck, and you're a player.
Yeah. So you're right.
Sorry,
So
that was so vulgar.
So the main thing I'm gonna piggyback, but the main thing that they're gonna say to each other is, what else does he have or do?
Okay.
You see? It's very rare that we're looking at the film Baby Boy by John Singleton. Very rare you get women like that. You just bringing good dick to the table? It's very rare. That's why I say those women are gonna look amongst themselves. Yes, they're gonna get turned on. Yo, he's hot, girl. One person, maybe the ringleader in that circle of friends, might say, yeah, but what does he do? You don't know what he does. Like, he looks like a player. Like you were gonna say, but she's gonna be thinking, what does he do? Maybe is he a criminal or not? Like, what does he do?
Okay.
Who is he? Now, the man that walks in with the suit and is like making it rain, the woman in her mind, remember the frontal lobe of the brain, she's thinking he already got status. You see the 2 different guys?
I would have instantly thought the guy who's in the suit making it rain, he's a drug dealer. Because anybody who just makes money
or
that
scammer,
quickly
or
ain't
scammer.
throwing out their money like
Or
that.
scammer.
That's for sure.
Let's not say drug dealer.
My bad, I'm
Because a
sorry.
pharmacist
Yes,
could
you know what I'm trying to say.
street or illegal off the books.
Illegal things they're doing.
Illegal street entrepreneur,
Activities,
probably.
yeah, or just activities.
Yeah. So yes, or he doesn't have money. He's just showcasing.
Yeah.
Showboating. So they got it wrong because you're judging a book by its cover.
Mhm.
They got it wrong. The guy in the fitted and the V-neck makes $90K a year, $80K a year. The dude makes less than that.
The flashy guy.
Yeah, you're right. So
That's what I would
even then, but I'm telling you, you like look the part of money. because he's dressed in the fitted. Before he's even taking out his wallet, those women are already thinking status. Probably he looks like he's
I agree
there
with that.
financially, independent and stuff of that nature. He could take care of me. That's the initial. It's not sexual arousal.
Okay.
Okay. This is another fact. This is all linked to power, seduction. For most men, an extremely beautiful woman can bring nothing to the table, do nothing, give nothing, display poor behavior, like I said earlier, and she will always be forgiven and taken care of.
Poor behavior? No
Yeah.
way. No way.
I said most men.
Yeah.
So I didn't say men, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking about the poor behavior. No, just nobody but poor behavior. Again, I'm talking subjectively because I could never.
You would be surprised.
Oh my God.
I've had a lot of guys come up to me.
Oh no.
I'm not going to put their business out there,
Yeah,
obviously. I'm not even going to talk about what we talked about. A lot of guys talk to me.
You know what? It's so
for course
true.
of my years.
It's so true because I
Mid-30s.
am going to talk about this. I have a nephew and he has a girlfriend. Super cute, the girl. Super cute, nice little figure. Has a nice, she has big boobs, not too much of a butt, but thin, cute. She drinks, she fights, poor behavior. My dad is one of those guys. As long as if the girl is pretty, but she's pretty, it's okay. You just let her go. Let her slide. That's how my father is. Because something happened with the girl. It was a whole big to-do. My dad asked my daughter, oh, do you talk to so-and-so? She's like, no. He's like, why? Because she did X, Y, Z. She drank. She was drunk, this, that, and the other. And he tells her, oh, but she's pretty. She's like, I don't care.
I'm going to make a couple of statements to prove my theory.
You're always right, man.
I'm going to make a couple of statements to prove my theory. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'll talk about it. I don't drop names, but I'm going to talk about it. I was in a boardroom talking to the guys. This was like a couple of years ago, 2021, 2020. And I said something about crazy women. I need your perspectives. Half of those men were like, yeah, they the shit. I mean, yeah, you got to deal with it and they stress you out or whatever, but they bring that shit to the bedroom.
That's true.
And that shit fire. And I'm like, and I said to those guys, do you know what y'all sound like? And I told them, and we all started laughing about it. Like they didn't even look at like I was shaming them. I was like that's beta. Like that's
They're
so
like, yeah,
that like you
we
guys
know.
you're okay with simping, and these guys make 6 figures, 7 figures a year. I promise you. I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it now. Now that I'm remembering things. Yeah.
So that was one. Number two, another thing that was said, and I said I'll only say 2. When they were coming to me about poor behavior, and I said, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And they would specifically put out her beauty. She looks good and da-da-da. She's the best pussy right now. I'm like a placeholder type shit. I got on a placeholder when I get something,
That's
you know what I'm saying, a type
awful.
shit.
Jesus.
You
Maybe
know-
that's why she has a bad attitude. Because
You know
she's
what
a
I'm saying?
placeholder.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no leadership there,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
That's why probably she got a bad attitude, like you're saying.
Yeah.
But I've heard those things already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be, put in a doghouse.
Some
You know
guys
what?
just
You're
like
not
a
getting
girl.
no nookie tonight.
Yeah.
You're sleeping on the couch. I'm sleeping on the bed.
Yeah, that's true. And some guys just like a more, I guess, authoritative
Woman?
figure. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Gabe.
It's a fetish
My
thing.
son, even my son, when he came on the show, he was like, I like those types of women. Them
Yeah, he said he
wild
liked 2
ones.
types.
Yeah. He likes
Yeah.
the crazy ones or
Mhm.
no, I think he just likes the
But
crazy ones.
but it's evident. Like
Yeah.
I've talked to some mistresses in the past. I've been engaging in this lifestyle BDSM for 15 years. I've talked to mistresses, madams. They've told me rich lawyers, governors of states. They've told me what they've done. I'm like, yo, that was too much information. Damn, my ears.
La, 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 la.
Like they're telling me, yo, you wouldn't believe what these guys subject themselves to. I'm asking her why. She says, because it's a lot of pressure. So now when you come to me, you could be free.
Mm.
Because that is what they feel most comfortable submitting. So you're right. There's not a lot of alphas. A
Mm.
lot more men will feel comfortable submitting because that's too much pressure. Damn, I got to figure out what we want to go eat tonight, girl. I mean, why can't you just make plans?
Mm.
I mean, shit, it's too much pressure. What color you want your nails? But isn't that a feminine thing? Why are you asking me? But baby, I want to look good for you. What color would you like? I don't know. I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not taking accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to lead. They want to submit. They feel comfortable because it might be too much pressure. I told you I handle pressure with control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the opposite when I don't have control. Anxious, unbalanced, anxiety. You know what I'm saying? It balances me to have that. That's why I
Right.
exercise control in all things.
Mm.
Dominance in all things.
That's funny
So-
that you said that about the whole with the guy, and I don't know what to do. I was at school and have my class. I'm in esthetician school,
Mhm.
and we have different age ranges, right? So we have a young girl. I'm overhearing these things. A young girl's talking to a married woman who has kids already, and they're talking about. She's like, I went on a date, and he was like, where do you want to go? She was like, and I guess that was okay. And I see the one that's married. She was like, ugh, I hate when they do that. And I stopped to look, and I was like, do what? She was like, and she's explaining to me. She was like, first, you think it's cute. Oh yeah, he wants me to pick. Oh, that's cute. After a while, it's like, come on, guy, just tell us what we're gonna do now. I was like, Jesus, that is so true. Women don't like that.
Yeah.
So funny.
They'll always forgive them because of that. So most men fall into this
That's true.
category. Those other men, they're immune to that. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm gonna talk about my situation. La Dominicana. When I was 27 and I got with her, she was like 30. I talk about her. She was the only one out of my all my years, mid 30s, fought submission. But she was still submissive to a degree, which is ironic. But she's from the island.
She didn't want to
just
consciously do it.
Yeah, she's from the island, so she just got Americanized. And got friends. You go out there into the real world, start working and stuff, right? There was many situations where she was emasculating me and being disrespectful. Oh, you're not a king. Da, da, da. I talked about this, I think, in episode 53. The would you allow your partner to have friends?
Yeah.
In that situation, she always used to try to end arguments with, oh, I don't want to fight. Just let me suck your dick. And I got to be honest, we had great sex. So why would I not want to engage? Because I fucking tricked my mind. This is about having mind control. The ego and the pride is bigger in that circumstance. You need to be punished. So I'm not giving you this good dick. Even though I might want that, I have self-control. I'll go off and jerk off. I'll call somebody else.
Oh shoot!
You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you the gratification.
Somebody else.
I'm not giving you the gratification and the satisfaction. You need to know you fucked up. You're not gonna get a reward. But she was gorgeous. So in that sense, most men are gonna give in. She'll be like, "Oh, just shut up. Let's stop arguing. Let me suck your dick." Remember, I said she put her hands on me once. I locked her in the closet. That's the one I'm talking about.
That is
You know what I'm
true.
saying? I
Most
never
men
had to
would
put
be
my
like, okay, end of argument.
Yes. Oh, wow, I'm getting it.
Yep.
Because that's a lot of men's end goal. Even when they're in the relationship currently, they keep doing that for that.
But you know why? When a girl does that, why the guy's so quick? Because he probably doesn't get it all the time.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay,
absolutely.
yeah, okay, let's do it.
But that's part of
I'll
that's,
end it. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I say that's part of the sexual
Yeah.
discipline. It's mind control, mind over matter.
Definitely.
You know, that's what it comes down to. Me, I'm different because I look at that as a reward. Most men are not going into the dynamic of thinking, I'm going to get her off a few times before I get my first. I'm going to control my thing because I'm practice semen retention. You know what I'm saying? With your pelvic
Yeah.
and Kegels, you practice that. You know what I'm saying? So you could sustain that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not ejaculating so quickly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You practice that. Mind control. You control of your body as well. You see, so in a way, it's like, yeah, even if that's good, but I'm looking at it like not a lot of men are going into the dynamic thinking unselfishly. Like you said, I ain't getting it in a long time. I'm going 2 pump chump. 2 pump chump.
So awful, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't used to getting it. He's
Mm-hmm.
not going into there and thinking, yo, I
Right, it's
gotta get
like
her off.
for self.
Incorporating foreplay.
Yeah.
Blindfold her, tie her up. Maybe you eating it.
We had an episode like this too. We don't think that. Well, we don't think. I don't think that there's like enough foreplay. Like people don't do enough foreplay,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Might not be enough time and shit. We both work. Let's get it
Quickie.
in. The
Yup.
kids are coming from home from
Hurry
school
up.
around.
Yup.
A whole bunch of reasons, a whole bunch
Let's
of
go.
different
Not
people.
even fully naked, just draw into the side.
Yeah.
Awful.
So because of these things, I feel like they will let a lot of things slide with women. They look at, oh, we gotta protect the women. You know, they're inferior. You know, they didn't mean it like your father said. Oh, she's pretty innocent.
I was like, "Ah, this man. But it's true because I was speeding one time. I was pissed off at my girlfriend at the time. a- And I'm driving her car and I'm yelling at her and I'm driving fast. And all of a sudden I hear the whoop, whoop, whoop coming back. I was like, oh my God, no. Pulled over. I'm not trying to say that that I'm like the best looking, but you have eyes, people. Come on. And he
Mhm.
came and he stopped. He was like, you were speeding. And I was like, I'm sorry, officer. I was in conversation. I didn't realize.
Mm.
And actually this happened to me twice. The first time I told him that, he was like, all right, just be careful or whatever. The second time it happened, I was coming home from work and I didn't have my license. I had my ID.
Mm.
And on my ID it says nursing department. So he was like, all right. So I don't know if it was because I'm so drop dead gorgeous or because he thought I was, I'm coming home from work, I'm saving lives and whatnot. Go ahead, you can go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got
Like
two.
I got a cousin in the force, and I have a best friend. So I'll get pulled over. I pull out my PBA card, the
I don't have a
badge,
PBA card.
the badge, and it's like, all right,
But
just be
it's
safe
true.
out there.
Yeah. Well, you
But
had it because of
that's
you
different.
had
That's
the
different. You're talking about
right.
beauty. But
Right. The first time around, it was definitely my beauty. The second time around, it was
Mhm.
probably because of my nursing thing.
Yeah. So a couple years ago, I was going to an event. I think I was on my way to a book release party.
Okay.
Mine
Right. Which one?
and
Okay.
book 6,
Okay.
Strong Bonds of a Brick. And I'm driving, and damn, she was right. She said you blew the stop sign. Like I went over a little bit over the white line.
Oh.
And then I kept going. I caught
so
her
you
right there
rose.
when I stopped. Now I don't do this often. I do stop at stop signs. I just went over and I saw her and I was like, fuck, I can't back up now. She already saw me. I knew it was a woman, because she was facing my way,
Right.
not the back towards the vehicle. She was facing my way, the front. So I peeped her. Ah, shit, probably get pulled over. So I went and already going on.
Boop, boop.
So now I'm like, I'm looking at my rear view. Oh, it's a female. Let me
Like I
see what I
got
could
it.
do. So as I'm talking to her,
He was like this.
she's like, "Oh, let me, get this." I'm like, "How you doing today, ma'am?" "Oh, I'm good." I'm pulling my PBA card. She's like, "Oh, you blew that stop sign." I'm like, "I did." Like I thought I was really behind the line or something. She's like, "Oh, this." I said, I'm an author and this and that. You into these types of books and stuff." She's looking at the thing. "Oh, wow. Like you're doing a lot of great things." I'm like, "Yeah, what's your name?" So we start talking and stuff like that. And she's like, "Listen, when you get pulled over again, hand out your badge, your PBA card right away. They're not gonna bother you." I'm like, "Oh, thank
She even
you
gave you
for
a
that."
tip.
I'm like, "Thank you for that." 2019. I
Man,
was
you
like,
should have
"Oh,
given her
you're
one.
gonna
Here you
get the
go.
books? You gonna do this?" She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna check this out." So
You
like
use
it might
you
not.
used your pretty privilege.
No. I use my
You're
seductive
suave.
nature
Yeah. You were like, oh,
because
perfect. A
she
woman.
she might have not been into black guys.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? I wasn't dressed like this or anything. She might not have been to black guys. I was
No,
like,
you were dressed nice. I remember that day because it was
no,
the book release.
I wasn't even dressed in my suit yet. I think I went to go pick it up. So I had on a V-neck, I think. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had on short sleeves. It's hard to wear long sleeves all the time. Like either they're gonna know if I have short sleeves or long. I only wear long sleeves in the winter. So it's hard. Like they're gonna see the tats.
Yeah, it
I
was
can't
not winter that
escape it.
for that one.
So,
Definitely not.
like I use my seductive nature, my words.
As
You
soon
know what
as
I'm
you
saying?
saw it was a woman, you were like, I got this in the bag.
Yeah, I thought I said, okay, I could probably get away with this, whatever, Let me see
That's
what I could
funny.
do. So, who is to blame? Fathers, society, simps, beta males, influencers,
Society.
societal expectations or norms, or men in power. See, you didn't even hear the whole thing. Now you're like thinking,
Society.
Okay, so I believe men in power. No society is created without men in power.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was thinking because the men are in power, they're the ones who are running the society.
Okay, yeah, they're profiting off feminism. They're getting money off
We're
that.
on the same wavelength. We just pick different ways of getting there.
So they're in power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that the puppet masters for all this stuff. So it starts with them.
Yep.
And then the simps and the beta males, influencers, societal expectations fall after that. Yeah. Can we name some jobs that women can get rich in quick? I'm talking about tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year. That excludes cosmetics, escorts facilities, virtual prostitution, OnlyFans, porn stars, sexual objectification online. I post a pic, I get a profit. Post a pic, I get a profit. Post a pic, I get a profit. Or etc. Like what else can you name that's not beauty oriented, cosmetics, or anything that's not beauty or sex oriented with the woman, which you get paid quick or rich? You said doctor earlier.
I didn't hear quick.
You said doctor earlier.
Yeah, but I didn't hear the quick part.
Okay.
So unless she's like highly in her masculine drug dealer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm trying to say.
You're
Not
right.
that, but if she's comfortable doing that, if she's coming from an environment like that where she can hustle, let's use that word better. Hustle and sell whatever.
Nah, I don't want to associate that with the streets.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
I don't know that.
Here's the thing. It's more so I'm just a technical fighter.
You really are.
It's the thing like this. Your pharmacist is a drug dealer. So, you know, street entrepreneurship, she gets into that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a manager rank,
There we go.
queen pin
Exactly.
type shit in the streets, illegal
Because
or
not
off the
all
books
women,
drug
you
dealing.
know, live in a nice little house in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Some come from, you know, the concrete jungle.
So I can't name one.
That's the only one I could name.
I can't. If a woman did what I do, she wouldn't last.
What, like an author? What?
Like
Like the whole thing,
yeah,
everything, all this. That's true.
at once, or even managerial positions, corporate, whatever, boardroom, manager, retail, manager in a gym, did all that stuff. She's not gonna be able to do shit. The moment irate customer comes in, she'll be like, I didn't appreciate the way this bitch talked to me. I quit.
Or
she won't have that emotional intelligence. And be able to be like, ma'am, if you don't calm down, I can't help you. You keep talking over me. I can't hear. Don't you want to get your product and get on out of here? I work all night. I'll be here all night. If you want to argue all night, I'll just be, I'm getting paid. You got a place to go. I mean, can you please just kind of simmer down and I can help you. Let me help you. So maybe I could substitute something and then also give you a discount. Yo, she shut up quick. Oh my God, I look like an idiot in front of everybody. This was nice man here. Wasn't even cursing back at me. I look like a dummy because I'm calm.
That's true.
I'm not on her level. If I'm on her level, it's just throwing gasoline in the fire.
And again, I hate to do this when you have a point, but it's you are that type of a person because not all men are like that either. I
work with other managers who are that say, wait, we are trained to be like that.
Managers.
Yeah.
Yes. So and then
there's other guys then.
Female manager though, in that aren't they all trained in the same way?
Yeah.
So then
but I'm just saying the woman might not have a more emotional intelligence as me. Yo, she hurt my feelings. Fuck that, I quit.
Okay.
I gotta do this tonight, that tonight, and 2 call outs.
Yeah, she'll definitely be more stressed.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so in a way, like, I'm just trying to prove to you, if they came into the male dominating industries, can they thrive too and stick it out for a long time? That's why the easy route is beauty and sex. Can you name anything else like they could get rich tomorrow? No. I can't.
No. And let me tell you, people, the only reason why I've made it to season 11 is because he's dragged me the whole way. Okay, I give you your flowers.
Appreciate that.
Or I don't know if you want flowers, but I give you your props when you want to because it's true.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
A male stripper and female stripper. Yeah, because I hold you accountable, and me, I hold myself accountable too. Some people have texted me, "How did you do all that?" I gotta win any means necessary.
Listen,
I
with the
gotta
stuff,
win. So if I'm winning, we winning because you on the team. And if you lacking, I'ma pick it up for the both of us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if something was going on with me, maybe I got sick one day, you would do it.
yes,
Or the
I would
people on the
definitely do it.
team
Of course.
you know would ride.
Yes.
So like I gotta do that shit because we represent each other and shit like that. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about like the times where you have text or called or whatever and been like something got erased or something, like the times where
Oh,
it's crunch time
mm,
and you're like, I don't know what the fuck happened. If it had been me, I would have been like,
mhm,
maybe we shouldn't
yeah.
maybe we should do something else. Maybe, I would have froze.
Me,
But you kept going and you found,
yeah.
I found it. You Googled it
Yeah.
or whatever.
This is how I coach younger men with that go through like depression and stuff like that and mishaps. Me personally, I don't dwell on it too long. Okay,
Yeah.
you
It
failed, you
happens.
failed or
Yep.
whatever it is. Stink that in, eat it. Then now let's figure out a solution.
Exactly.
So my thing is this: I'm like thinking, shit, it deleted and stuff like that. I got the show in a couple weeks, or
Mhm.
no, or I got the show in a week or a couple days. I'm thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What
Yep.
I start praying, start asking the ancestors guidance. What can I do? What
Mhm.
can I do? Can I God?
Mhm.
I gotta figure it out. How can I figure it out? How can I figure it out? Boom, boom, boom. Go on YouTube tutorials, self-taught.
Yep.
Boom. What can I do? What can I do? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I got an idea. What if I tried this? I'm not sure, but what if I tried this and test it out to see? Try it and test it out. Bang.
Mhm.
Divine assistance. I ain't doing myself. They helped me.
Definitely.
That's how it happened. So the thing is, I don't dwell on the loss.
Right.
I'm not always gonna win. Absolutely, I lost a lot. I lost a lot of good women. Met a lot of better women.
Mm.
Lost a lot of different things. I left certain jobs. I got better jobs.
Mhm.
Lost a lifestyle. I was living vanilla. Now I'm more fulfilled in BDSM. I lost different things.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about what are you going to do to move forward?
Yep, definitely.
Because you're remaining stagnant by doing this, crying, being depressed,
And
all
that
this
doesn't
stuff.
help. Yeah, that's true.
You know, so that's me. Like I'm solution oriented. Like, yo, we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. You don't know? I'll figure it out for us.
Definitely. I'm definitely the one that, all right, if something happens and you can't do it and now it's left up to me, I'm going to try my hardest. I will go and exercise and exhaust every possibility that I have.
Funny thing is, I never had to let you do that.
I know, thank God. Thank
I've
God.
talked to different women. They were like, "Yo, you gotta edit for what?" I'm like, "Yo, I could edit an hour show in an hour and a half,
Like
2 hours."
nothing now.
Now, not like when I first started
Oh
3 years
my
ago. They
God.
like I've talked to women and they're like, "I would throw my laptop in the garbage. I would throw that shit out the window. I don't
Break
have
it.
that type of patience." So I'm
Yep.
trying to make a point that it's very hard, and even it's very hard even for men, heterosexual males, to go into female dominating industries.
Yeah.
Like esthetician,
Esthetician.
that like
And a
is
lash
it
tech.
co-ed? Male, female, unisex?
I haven't seen any of the classes that have
Okay.
males in them.
Okay, if I'm looking at a female nurse and a male nurse, I want the female nurse to take care of me more than the male.
Mm.
Cause I'm just looking at it. She's probably no disrespect, bro. She's probably a little bit more nurturing than you. You know, she's gonna touch the nice spots and stuff. I feel comfortable a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more with that than you. No offense. You know what I'm saying?
No offense,
Pause.
sir. Thank you.
No offense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go with that. Might be a little bit more tender.
Mm.
You know, loving
That's
care,
true, yeah.
TLC. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that. I associate nurse with female, but I'm not saying they aren't males. They
Mhm.
obviously are.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just not common. It's just not really gonna happen. You're not gonna see a male hairstylist. It's like 1%. 1%, I said. I didn't say.
No, I know, but some of the most famous hairstylists are men.
Yeah, 1%. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, you're not gonna see a lot of cosmeticians who are males.
Again,
You know.
the most famous ones are male though.
Okay.
But they must
But
be,
1%.
very super in touch with their feminine side.
Mm-hmm. 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Male stripper and female stripper. Male professional dominant. Female professional dominant. A dominatrix. which is a female sadist
Mm-hmm.
or a female dom. Femdoms, dombe, mistress, madams, or mommy, who makes the most money. Now,
Who?
in our culture, mommy means different. Might mean honey, cutie, chulita. Just like in French, mon chéri means my honey. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I mean it in an American, BDSM type of aspect. Mommy is like he's subordinate. She's the boss.
Yeah.
He's a submissive man to her. She's the dominant.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the females. I
Yes.
think female strippers make way more money than male strippers.
Yeah, females can attract both males and females.
I'm not sure.
Dominatrix.
I'm not sure about that because, including my son and cousins and all that stuff, they wouldn't. They always say I would never let a woman handcuff me. But it could be a woman's gonna stab them or something. Like I don't know why that is. I as nosy as I am, I've never asked them. Well, why is that?
Why
So I don't
are you
know.
going automatically to the non-trust factor?
I don't know. Maybe it's hard for me to trust. I don't know.
Because like a woman might say a man should be vulnerable and says that that's toxic. It's like if you're gonna handcuff me, I should handcuff you. I'm not saying you're doing that. Maybe you did it subconsciously.
No.
But why wouldn't you think I'm a masculine man, pump my chest, beast, gorilla type shit? No way. That's feminine. That's submissive. It's not that I don't trust you. You went quick to the trusting. I want to know why. Is that because you're saying he's not being vulnerable? He went through some type of trauma that he hasn't healed from, so he's not being vulnerable?
I don't think a woman handcuffing a man, for me personally, is him being vulnerable. I don't think that
But
just because I can handcuff a guy doesn't mean that he's vulnerable.
But
to
why
me
wouldn't he trust
emotionally.
her if that's his woman?
Oh, I don't know.
That's crazy then.
I don't know. I'm only telling you what I've heard other like guys say.
That's
I almost said
crazy.
other guys.
That's crazy.
I think they just automatically think, I don't know, maybe it's from watching movies.
I ain't fucking with nobody I don't trust.
I mean, you would hope people wouldn't do that, but I don't know.
So okay, so I think the women, I've heard stories, like I said earlier, female doms. More men will be submissive and subject themselves,
like secretly.
Yes, subject themselves to humiliation, degradation, objectification. If the woman is the dominator, I said it earlier. Oh, she's crazy. Remember? She looks good. That's the prerequisite to letting her do that. Oh my God, she looks so good. I let her walk on my back with her heels. Submissive. My God, she looks so good. I let her put something up there.
No way.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, she looks so good. I let her choke me in bed.
The whole putting
You know what I'm saying?
Not that you listen, to each his own.
Maybe hit me in my balls with a bat. You understand what I'm saying? Because she looks good. And in the lifestyle I've seen through Facebook groups, through whatever, going to a dungeon back in the day, I've seen these mistresses are gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like a shame in a way. But think about it. That's part of that. Because if a man sees that she's gorgeous, he will subject himself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's part of the game. The stripper gotta maintain her shit, her physique, and all of that.
Yeah.
And you gotta be great on that pole.
Even bottle girls.
Yeah.
They gotta look good too.
Because that's the prerequisite, the allure. That's the power there. You have to grab them. Club owners are having meetings with their staff saying that. Come on, ladies. You've been doing this since you was a baby. You know what you're gonna do. I don't know how to talk to y'all. Y'all know what to do. Manipulate. Out the womb. Y'all know how to do that. Yeah. I ain't gotta talk to y'all, fellas. Blah, 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 blah. You see?
Yeah, definitely.
That's part of that. So absolutely. Now going back to the strippers thing, where I say men and women, women will gravitate both sexes because there are
Yeah.
straight women who will do some bi-curious stuff.
Yep.
She got the fattest ass in the group. Yeah. They make a little tone and song to it. Judy with the booty, Judy with the booty, and slapping it and shit like that. Oh, you got nice titties, touching them, and she could still
true.
go back and be heterosexual.
That's very
Pause.
true.
Pause. I'm gonna say this ahead of time. I can't go and be like, look at this print. Let me grab those things and go back and say I'm heterosexual. It's
I
not
think if
gonna
we saw a
happen.
man do that, everybody would be like, what's happening over there?
You see, even women look at it as normal.
With another girl touching
Yeah.
her? Yeah.
That's why a man who
Yeah.
has 2 women or 3, that's normal.
Isn't that weird though?
The
How
guys 2 or 3 and that one woman, polyandry is what they call it. A wife that has 2 husbands and she's the alpha. Yo, you looking at it like, damn, are you dipping and dabbing in each other too, guys?
I didn't
Because
even
you
think
sharing
about
that,
that.
like y'all going in raw and shit too.
Yeah.
Like you mean what's going on there? I don't want to know, but it's thought provoking.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, wait a minute, you share your woman? I mean, even online, like you letting the other dudes see booty cheeks and what? Like word? Like so you like other niggas? Wait a minute, you like other niggas that looking at your woman naked? Whoa, are you? Let's keep going.
Okay.
A woman could always engage with another woman and still be, heterosexual.
Yeah.
That's why it will work.
Or
There's
consider
also women.
herself
Yeah,
heterosexual.
there's women out there who will say because she's cute, we're friends.
That's true.
She's so pretty. She could probably. We go to the club and she's the ringleader pulling guys, and I'll have fun with her. Oh, you're pretty.
I'll
I'm
have
pretty.
fun. Yeah.
You're pretty. I'm pretty. Let's be friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Women will say I'm not gay or anything, but she look bad. You ain't gonna hear me saying I'm not gay or anything, but
He's hot.
what?
Yeah. I also think like women just find the woman a woman's body a lot more beautiful than a man's body. And I think that's why we're better, like we're okay with seeing a naked woman more than a naked man. Like even some women feel uncomfortable staring at a naked man because it's just not as pretty out there dancing and fooling it around. It just doesn't look right.
I mean, shit. I ain't gonna talk, ladies. I ain't gonna
Should we get the
talk. I ain't
disco
gonna
ball?
toot my. I ain't gonna toot my horn. But all I could say is,
Go discipline.
no. All I could say is this type of prowess within a man, it's a handful.
What
So
you
when,
have, you mean?
yeah.
Your prowess? Okay,
So
gotcha.
when it's seen, in every type of capacity, when it's seen, it's a rarity. It's like, yo, it throws the women, especially off their kilter.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're saying when a woman sees you naked, she just forgets all her faculties.
yeah,
She's like, like, I don't know.
yeah, drooling type shit.
Gotcha.
Even my voice,
Well, your
talking
voice,
over,
you have a very nice
talking
voice.
over the phone, could be a woman who's a conversationalist.
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying? In a fucking trance.
Yeah.
I'm seducing without even knowing I'm seducing.
Yeah.
Or in a fucking trance, she's drooling while she watches me, or while she is on the phone, preferably better. You know what I'm saying? And she's just enticed by the sound and what I'm saying. It's not just the sound.
Right. You're
Like it's a lot of people are talking, they're not
it's
saying
like
anything.
it's like a 2-for-1. You're saying something, you're saying good stuff, and you have the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think people would rather be desired and loved for their physical assets or their intangible assets, and why?
I would want to be valued and loved for my tangible what was it?
Intangible. Physical
Intangible
assets or their intangible assets.
for
So,
my
do you know what that means?
intangible assets. Right, but because my physical assets, I mean that's like you I mean you can to a certain extent. You can't help how you look, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like God given, you know what I mean? Like I'm good looking because that's just how I was born. I was born good looking.
So you
I
don't want to
can
be
maintain.
you don't want to be valued for your beauty or
Right, I
your
want to be
body.
valued for, I guess not to sound so corny, like what I can bring or who I, what I am inside, not just what is on the outside. No.
So
Like, no, did you not understand that?
that's good.
Oh, okay.
For me, intangible assets.
Right. I mean, because you can't help it.
And I'm gonna explain. Some people might not know what that means.
Oh, okay.
Now, when we talk about asset, they mean different things to men and women.
Okay.
A man can think, listen, my mind is a high valuable asset. My conversations are high level. I don't have that no pussy type of conversations, no soft type of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I have conspiracy theory type of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't what's your favorite color.
Mm-hmm. Right. Thought provoking.
You understand what I'm saying?
Going, yeah.
So I could think my mind is a high valuable asset. You know, a woman might think her ass is a high valuable asset, her
Mm-hmm.
beauty, the fact that she's ambitious. You know what I'm saying? A go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, intangible assets, because that's always, for me personally, because of my integrity. And two, if I'm in a relationship or even in a job, team, stuff of that nature, that's job security. That's number one. That's relationship security for the man. And number two, that keeps the opposing people in their place, especially a woman. Because if you have the intangible things and you're valued for the intangible things, let's say a physical asset, money.
Okay.
Physical asset, maybe six pack. Physical asset, height. Physical asset, house, cars, material. We could even put into that.
Mm-hmm. Or what type of
Yeah.
job you got.
Intangible are things you cannot touch.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if because of my spirit, divine masculine, my intelligence, dominance, leadership, I'm not getting to money yet. You see that? I'm not getting to money yet. Sexual prowess, maybe size. All of these things that either I had to tone in on or I was blessed with beyond my control. That I honed in on too and use greatly. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to keep a woman in her place. The guy who has a lot of money, that's it. Approaches her, DM and stuff of that nature. She going to screenshot that shit and send it to me. She going to do that because she's seeing all these other things. That's high value to her. Not just the capital.
Right. Definitely.
Let's say he has capital, height, and he's handsome. Doesn't have other things. He's not intelligent. He can't teach. He can't think outside the box. He can't lead. He's not dominant.
Exactly.
He doesn't protect. He doesn't provide emotional security, psychological security, only financial.
Except that he's pretty.
The moment she sees the other type, quick, she's going to gravitate. Now, maybe a traditional woman who's she has morals, she's not going to step out until she sees he does something for revenge, because she's going to feel guilty.
Okay.
Girl, why don't you cheat on him? Why you keep talking to me about things? I'm trying to have lunch with you. I ain't see you in a week. Why don't you cheat on him? Cause girl, he ain't do anything to, to make me feel any type of way that he's disrespected me or betrayed me or something. But if he was, I would. I got this guy I met in the supermarket. I got this guy I met in here. She stores your number to pick the right time when to hit you. They got him. They got the backup plans. That's why, I do random phone checks. You know what I'm saying? Before they meet me, delete them dudes. If they don't do it on themselves. I don't care who you follow. He can't be a dom. Regular dudes, who cares? But in your phone and stuff, no male friends. Bye. You got to tell them you're in a relationship now. If she doesn't do that herself. Because women don't purposely do it. But they will. Once it's over. It's scary going back out there and dating again. Let somebody know my secrets or my doubts. Nah, I've been dealing with the friend zone guy for 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? And I know he likes me.
Right. She's comfortable with him because she's developed a rapport with him.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not traditional and she doesn't have a God in her. She's not spiritual in her divine feminine. She's stepping out easy. She might not step out physically yet. Emotionally, she will. Now she initiates conversation. Hey, how you doing?
Remember me?
Remember me?
Yeah. Well, I have an
So
example of that with me. I've had, people come and tell me, "Oh, you're so pretty," or "You look so pretty today," or "You're so something like that." And I've also had people tell me, you know, when you check up on me, you make me feel, I needed that. I needed to have see your text telling me that things are going to be okay. I'd rather take that than have 1,000 people tell me how pretty I am. When I've gotten, like, in one day, 3 people tell me something like that. Like, I was feeling so bad this week, and I saw, some of your posts, or I saw some of your stories, and it helped me. I feel like you're talking to me, like you're uplifting me. I'd rather have that than have people tell me, what my physical attributes can do for them.
I like a challenge.
What's that mean?
I'm going to explain. And I think it's very disrespectful when women do this. And I'll tell you because I said it in numerous shows prior. Well, what we do is not a show, it's an educational program. Women see how I am and all this stuff, accolades, whatnot, success. Quickly, they send me their private parts. Now, mind you, a lot of men work hard, really hard to get to that level. I
Yeah.
just get it like that. The irony about it is it's disrespectful.
Mm.
I said here clearly, and I'm keeping it real. I want to be desired and loved for my intangible assets. The moment the woman is sending you that right away, so many. It's not just red flags. Obviously, it's a red flag.
Mm.
Peripherals. So many things open up for me. I think of she's trying to control me. She's trying to manipulate. She wants to be dominated. She looks at me and she thinks I'm a player. Oh, I'm thirsty because I look like this. I talk like this. I this, that. Oh, he's a Scorpio. He's a freak. So he's fucking everybody. Da-da-da. He said he poly too. So that means he fucking everybody. They are uneducated on what certain things mean, certain tones and stuff like that. He's into that dominatrix shit. Ain't no such thing as dominatrix shit. That's a noun.
Mm. Yeah. A lot
They're
of people don't know.
uneducated.
Yeah.
They're uneducated. So they're just thinking, oh, boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get him this way. That's what it comes down to.
Mm.
So for me, personally, these intangible assets you can't buy. You have to
Yeah.
work for them. That's why I say it will always make me be able to negotiate contracts in the group, whatever, be the leader, do this, do that. In the relationship, the same way. It's going to keep her in her place.
Mm.
Because the woman is gonna look at like, this guy's a shit, da 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 da. I need to invest more, if not equal, that he's investing in this dynamic.
Mm.
That's what builds women's love to you and submission and stuff of that nature. Because she's investing, she's putting her all.
Mm.
She's realizing he's a rare commodity.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just into your physical assets, we all got that. We all can make money. I told you the real dudes are in the streets, not literally, but getting it. They're getting the bag. They're out there, not literally in the streets. They're in corporate environments, stuff of that nature. They're doing the right thing to provide for their family.
They're putting in that work.
Friends, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
Like they're doing the right thing. Those physical attributes, those physical, tangible assets, everybody got them. Or you could work to get it.
Exactly.
Some women could say, yo, niggas ain't got money out here. That's what they don't go. They do. They're probably lying to you.
They're saving it from you. They're hiding it.
The video game guy is. You know how many times I told women when I was younger, oh, shit, I don't know, I ain't got it. And I could have had, I ain't gonna talk. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably lying. You're probably not worth it.
Exactly.
So the thing is, but these women don't know that. They just think niggas is broke.
I mean, who's really broke?
Everybody
The
could
guy
get it.
that you're asking money from, or you?
Everybody could get it. My cousin got married, has a child. He's working 2 jobs to provide. Won't let his woman work.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It does. Everybody can get it. Get 2 jobs. Be an Uber and do here. Everybody could get it. Combined capital. Build the active. Invest in the hustle so you could build passive income.
Exactly.
Everybody could get it. So when they just talk about money, come on. There might be certain tiers and a gap, but everybody got money. So now that's off the list. What else? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at these things. Cars. Everybody got one. Now it's the brand.
Yep,
Who cares? You know, what else?
Mm.
Space. You don't have to have the biggest space. You don't have to have a mansion. Just
Yep.
got something. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Your own,
She still
your own
fuck
place.
with you.
Yep.
That's why I'm saying for women, they fall in love with non-physical and non-sexual things. That's just a fact. That's just how they're biologically engineered to be. They're
Okay.
designed that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see it. You see a lot of women get jammed up for the intangible shit.
For the
Girl, why
intangible?
are you still there? It's
Mm.
third time you complaining to me. You said last time you were gonna leave. You said you're done. You're done. Did you talk to him? Yeah, I said I was done. And then I don't know. What happened after that?
He
Oh
started
no,
crying.
we started drinking and he was doing it and he put it on me, girl. He put it on me like I ain't never had it put on me before. Man, you getting dignitized out here. What you talking about, girl? No, you don't know what it is. You just jealous. You ain't had it. You don't know what you don't know. This shit hard. I'm just making up
Yeah,
the
very
author.
nice. Very
I'm
nice.
making it up.
I want to
Girl,
see this show though.
I'm making it up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't know what it is. Let's take sexual prowess off the list.
Hmm.
It's the money that maybe it comes with abuse. Because it's very rare you're going to meet a guy who's rich who's also faithful.
Hmm.
That's an anomaly.
No, because they feel like their money gives them the power to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They could buy whoever, they could buy whatever, they could do
And
whatever
also now they might have more options.
because of the
Shit,
money.
the girls
Yep.
wasn't coming back then. Now they're all over the place. And
Yep,
if he's
definitely.
heterosexual, he's probably going to connect with one or two.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, it's not being avoided. So it's gonna be it's very hard. That might come with abuse too,
Mm.
physical, sexual, financial.
Yeah, that's true.
So now the woman is like stuck. It's like, damn, you know, girl, why are you there with it? But he's a good father. He pays all the bills.
Mm.
I never have to worry about money. I could cry in the Lamborghini. I don't want to cry in the Honda.
See, out of that,
I don't
what
want to
I
cry in the
heard,
Mercedes Benz.
what would be more important to me is he's a good father. That's what should be more important to her, not, he
Yeah.
has the money.
But I'm just trying to prove a point.
No, yeah, I got
You
you.
always do that.
I'm a technical fighter too, in a weird kind of way.
You always do that.
We
But
always,
but
you
that-
always get technical with me, and then I go in and get
Yeah.
technical with you.
But that's just what I mean. The
Yeah.
physical things, it's like you can't take that with you to the grave. You know what I'm saying? Like when I have children, I could teach them these things. They could continue my legacy.
Yep.
So you can't take that to the grave. So now my spirit lives on. I probably live vicariously through them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some of my ancestors.
Exactly.
So these intangible things, this is what it comes down to. These are things that's gonna make people look at you again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where we are now, we're transitioning into a more virtual world.
Yeah.
Everything is out there. You go on guy's page and see his car.
Yep.
You go to
everything.
this, you see everything. You know how he live in everything. Now you build your love language around it. Or he builds his love language around what she's posting.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I would want. You think if most people had higher standards for themselves instead of vanity and shallow tendencies, most people would value them for that versus what they show or believe it is their most valuable asset. Which one would you think? Like if people had higher standards for themselves instead of the vanity and shallow tendencies, you think most people would value them for that versus what they show?
Are you asking what other people would think of the person that valued themselves?
Okay, so let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
This is what I love to do.
That's why I'm on the show, people, because he needs to explain.
No matter what people tell me out there, I believe I'm a king. I am that.
Okay.
Even if it's self-proclaimed.
Okay.
I am in tuned and working with the ancestors
Okay.
for higher things. Certain things I get in my dreams and stuff of that nature. Boom. If I believe this stuff about myself, I have such high self-worth,
Mhm.
respect myself and stuff of that nature. I don't have to show this. So because I don't have to show this, do you think most people would value me for me saying that I'm a king versus what I show? I'm gonna give you an example of breaking it down even further.
Gotcha.
2 Instagrams, mine and another guy. He's showing his 30 cars. He's showing this. He's showing it. Maybe he's a scammer. Well, no, maybe he's a silver spoon baby. He ain't work for that.
Mhm.
His dad left it for him. And his brothers and shit.
Mm.
Sisters and stuff like that. They inherited capital. estates, stuff of that nature. And all they did was have a team to build their wealth. They didn't do work.
Gotcha. So with most people,
Me, I don't show nothing.
okay.
But let's say, and I'm not saying this purposely to do this, but let's say all I'm posting are memes. So women gotta scroll and be like, yo, what does he look like? What does he look like? Or I'm just posting promos and videos of podcasts. So the woman is gonna say, he ain't shit. He got a little bit of shit, maybe 10,000, 11,000 on subs and stuff. He ain't shit. Cute, but he ain't shit. Ooh. Meanwhile, that might not be shit. And I'm like so up there.
More than that, except they're going by what that person is showing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
people will value others based on what they can see. Yes.
Okay.
That one.
Yes,
not
absolutely.
based on how much I value myself. I could value myself 100%, and somebody just doesn't like the way I look, or I wasn't wearing, top of the line clothes when I met them.
Yep. Here's another example. I'm gonna touch people's souls with this one.
Oh,
because it's quite confusing. If I meet a woman in a Barnes and Noble, if I meet her in a library, I'm like, yo, these are the great places to meet quality people.
Mm-hmm.
Supermarket, perhaps, an event, maybe the gym. I'm not meeting her at the club and stuff of that nature. I'm not meeting her at a sex party. Like, come on. I want something long term.
Mm-hmm.
We start talking, and she says, you know what? I have standards. I'm a good woman. I am wifey material. I am rare.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. All right, cool. I like that. You know what I'm going to do?
Test her.
How am I do it?
Oh, man. You're going to ask to follow her Instagram.
Oh, shit. How did you do that? How did you do that?
11 seasons doing this with you. I
Cool.
learned a thing or two.
So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to investigate like the FBI.
Oh, yes.
Facebook. Yo, give me all your social media handles. Boom, 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 boom. Then after my investigation, oh, she's doing a really good job at hiding. Or maybe she's right.
I was about to say.
I'm looking two spectrums. Maybe she's right. She could be a closet hoe. They out here.
Lord. Yes.
Why you say, oh, Lord?
Because why do you have... Why can't you just... Okay.
Yo. I'm going to do my thing. You're just like my mom.
I'm sorry.
When she be watching some of this stuff, she's like, oh, you so handsome and you so intelligent. But can you stop cursing? I said, Mommy, you ain't watching no more. Or if not, then, just whatever you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to do this. Okay.
No, it's not that you cursing. It's that you're...
vulgar?
No. That you think that there's an ulterior motive.
Okay. So, boom. Yeah, because you can never trust in the beginning. People got to earn your trust, right? True. Or wrong. No, so now I'm like, okay, she passed the test. Nothing booty cheeks online, fake stripper type shit, blah, blah, blah. She not drinking in the club, smoking weed on camera. She not taking videos in the club and shit, twerking. I don't see thongs. Okay, cool. Maybe she's doing a really good job at hiding it. Now I'm going to interact with her. You see, this is the third test. How I'm talking to her. Taking her out to see how she behaves in public. Yeah. Now I'm gonna see, is she a homebody or she gotta go on trips and shit all the time? She a homebody or, she wanna do what I wanna do. And she'll just be like, I love you. If I love you, okay, love is not gonna come in the beginning stages. But you see, I'm into you. So if I'm into you, I'll do whatever you like. Because being with you, being around you is just good enough for me.
Okay. So
I'm paying attention to stuff like that too. Boom. Is she, how is she? With her tone, this, that. Is she always got to have fun? Is she this and that? If she's not having fun, is she going to get mad at me, resent me? I'm paying attention to these things. Because if women are hoes out there, they itch for fun. They itch for it.
Well, like to go out and stuff?
All the time. Constantly? Like I got to go out constantly. She's not going to say, yo, you know what? I want to come over there, your house. I want you to come over. I'm going to cook for you. We gotta do this, we gotta do that, extravagant stuff, we gotta go out. That's whole shit. That's whole shit. So now I'm gonna study this.
That makes sense.
Yo,
guys,
I'm fucking lit.
Guys, if you're not
I'm really
notes,
lit.
Come on.
I'm really lit with a lot of this stuff that I do. That's part of the dominant.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you took a hit from your
fan. No.
Not today?
No, I did.
I was about to say
this
is all natural.
That's like spinach to Popeye for me. Say what it does for other people, put them down. It just does the opposite for me. It raises me up. So no, that has nothing to do with that.
All right, gotcha.
Because all that does is just exaggerate what you really are. That's like a woman saying, oh, I was drunk, I was twerking in the club. No, you always had that in you.
Yeah. I hate when people use
You
the
always
drunk
had that
card.
in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so no. Season 10 finale. You brought Daphne on. She said the same thing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about like how I'm gonna test her and how I'm going to navigate through that to see if what she's saying is correct. Remember, a lot of women will lie. They know how men want to view them and stuff. If they're trying to get a ring, they're gonna try to,
Line application.
lie on the application. Yeah, I'm into the stuff you're into too. Meanwhile, they're not. They're just
Mhm.
waiting to plot and manipulate down the line. Oh, once he loves me, girl, don't worry. He'll leave that. Leave that lifestyle. That's just it's for phase. I get him to change. I'm that special one. This ain't really him. Some bedroom shit. Or he
Wow.
does that online. It's not really him.
Mm.
Don't worry. I'll be the one. I'm on to female nature already. Chess. Checkmate. So you got to understand that if you are not able to value these things within yourself, anybody could just say whatever. So she could be saying to me, and this is the point, she could be saying to me, she's a good girl. Now I'm looking at it like, not from what you show me. I'm judging them off that. But most people are not looking in depth. They're going to judge what they see. The vanity stuff, the shallow tendencies and stuff like that, they're going to judge what they see. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the guy with the cars and all this other stuff. Whoa, he's probably a really good provider.
Because he has all those cars.
But meanwhile, he probably got like 11 kids in different countries. Nobody knows about that. Because they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not going in depth.
Right. They're not doing their due diligence by checking.
Yeah, he's not an active father.
Yep.
How he views stuff of that nature, relationships and stuff of that nature. You know, you're just looking at what you see. It's monkey see, monkey do. This is the people who are just more in the narrow-minded space.
Oh, there's so many of them.
I'm not trying to sound like
No,
arrogant and
it's true.
throw
There's
darts.
so many. Yeah.
It's just it's a lot of followers, not a lot of leaders and creators.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it comes down to. So this is a fact, and then we're gonna get into the last one in our final thoughts.
Okay.
A woman in a relationship can post a bikini pic or a cute selfie. Her DMs will be covered with men. The moment you are paying attention to her or giving her time, she can always run to that. Now, like I said earlier, she might hold herself accountable, she might not, but they're always there. Remember that. Listen, I got an IRA. It's always there. I forget about it, but
it's always there.
A rainy day. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this with the backups. So boom, she can run to her DM, find out who is the most attractive, study his page, see what he got. She can get out, and she might be able to get out to him, connect with him. If she's lucky enough to get info and they're in the same city, boom, she's going out to dinner the next day. Telling you.
Okay.
I said this in episode 114. You broke up with her. The next day she's in a relationship. Wow, she ain't grieved me.
Yeah, that was.
How did that happen? That means she was always cheating then. How did that happen? Because women just don't connect that quick, especially if they're not hunters. That's the main thing. I could get a woman tomorrow because I hunt. I don't wait by the bar. Maybe she's a hunter. Maybe she approaches more.
No, maybe.
So maybe it's valid then. She's still in the wrong though, because that means she's highly in her masculine. And if she's highly in her masculine, she has the proclivity to do some whole shit. Yo, I'm talking facts. The definition of a slut, the noun, is the morals of a man. They don't say that for the other gender. They actually big them up. I'm talking facts. This has never happened to me, but I'm just saying I can see the average man who don't know themselves or place standards in their boundaries, place standards and know their boundaries in the dynamic, feel now. They're in for a rude awakening with modern women. That's what pretty privilege gets you. See that? It all comes full circle. That's what pretty privilege gets you. So the reality is I make a strict clause. Listen, I'm not the type to tell you to delete your social media. If you got business and stuff like that and you gonna, boom, I ain't gonna stop that. I ain't gonna come in here and say, boo, 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 I'm not narcissistic. If that's your identity, I know how to use you efficiently. Boom. But it should be monitored. I don't ask for passwords or none of that stuff. But I'll watch. I'll watch if she's getting comments and she's answering and stuff of that nature. Now, if she don't have a business, you're deleting that. She might be able to deactivate it. She's not on it. If I start seeing her getting on there, she's posting selfies all the time in her self stories and on her page. Now I cut it. No more social media. Why the fuck are you doing this? You're not making no money with it. You don't have a business. You bored, go read a book. Why are you doing this? What you don't know is you're just gonna accumulate male energy. Just by you creating a page and putting a profile picture, you're gonna come up in the suggestive list. Oh wow, she looks good. Follow. Accumulation of followers.
That's true. Some people though, like with Facebook, that's the only way that they like share photos with families. What if she tells you something like that? Still no?
Yeah, those are fine. You don't know something. I'm overly protective. If that's my girl, I got her on post notifications. The moment she posts, I'm getting texts. Why wouldn't a man like supervise his woman? That's part of protecting her. You understand what I'm saying? Like what? Why wouldn't he? I know every dude is. There's no way. There is no way. Maybe he's oblivious to shit, a complete donk. Like just dog type. He's not even intelligent. He doesn't use his brain efficiently. He's not onto female nature. Then he's doing it. But the reality is, why does she have a social media and you don't, guy? You're taking the pictures for her to post? Whoa, that's wild to me. Who do you think is gonna what? And she can't control that because they're coming. The only thing she can control is if she wants to engage back. And approve if her profile is private. That's the only thing she can control. You know, they get flown out, get paid for. People will subject themselves to grotesque or submissive behavior for pretty people. Even women, they will subject themselves for the shit that they want me to do to them. I won't read DMs or even go back, but I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Wow. Like, really?
Wow.
I mean, it's good, but at the end of the day, I'm a stranger. You don't know me.
Yeah.
That shows your lack of respect for me.
That shows the lack of respect for herself.
Why would that just make me the prerequisite to be like, oh, you're going to be a sub tomorrow, this and that?
Because they probably don't know how it works. And they think, oh, if I do this, this is like being submissive. Because they don't know the exact, they don't know the definition of it.
Yeah, so they might think they're submissive and they're subjecting themselves to things that they would never do.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? For the guy. That's okay if there's something built.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've talked about your negotiation list with them. Both of them are equal in that negotiation list. This is off limits for me. I cannot do it. Religious aspect, maybe I don't like this, anal, or whatever it is. And that guy is saying that's not cool with me. And you come to a medium, come to a congruent stance. If not, then it probably is because there's no arrangement. That's when I feel like it's okay. But they do it. They do it even when they don't talk about these things prior.
Yeah.
The woman will already start talking about her sexual talents because she wants the guy to like her.
Yeah. That's true.
Man, I don't really fuck on the first date, but he's too good. Like, I'm desperate. I haven't had sex in a long time. I'm a little drunk too. Let's do it. And maybe he'll like me more. He'll value me because I'm giving it up to him. He won't see eyes for other women. Especially if I'm draining his balls all the time. He's not going to see eyes for other women.
Oh, all the time? So they're like a couple? Because on the first date, I don't think any woman...
Okay, let me not say all the time, but let me say if we get into a relationship, he's probably going to like me more. Because all men want sex.
Interesting.
All right. Where did the phrase "women are always right" come from? Yo, they're not ready for me, man. They're not ready. I fly under the radar though.
That's good. I don't know. Because I've heard men say, happy wife, happy life. And then I also have heard women say, and I used to be one of those women. See, I told you I was right.
Okay.
Told you I was right.
All right, so that's your stance on that.
That's my stance on it.
Okay. Women are always right, I believe, came from men. Like I said earlier, men in power.
Oh, men in power. She said simps.
Yeah. So, simps are like on the bottom. It's like the mafia structure. Mob boss, consigliere, underboss, and then you got like a lot of captains,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the soldiers, and then you got the associates.
Mm.
So the simps are the associates, they're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the soldiers who are like the beta males. You know, and then you got the capos.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it goes up in the tier.
Yeah, yeah.
So these guys in power are those like mafia bosses, just to use that analogy. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
starts with them. They're making the final decision. Nobody under them is moving without their say so.
That's
The
true.
general, and you got the lieutenants
Mm.
and
So you
stuff like
think
the soldiers and
a
shit.
man in power did it just because he didn't want to hear his wife
Mm-hmm.
or his chick, his female, his woman,
Yeah,
you know, nag him?
yeah,
You're right. You're right. You're right. Women are
yeah,
always right.
yeah. And
Okay.
it's like it's always like we don't look in depth. We think women create. We don't even think men create. Men create. Women carry life. That's what it is.
Mm.
Women cultivate everything. Men create. They build. Women cultivate. So if you get something and give it to her, she can multiply. If I give you 5K, I know you can make that into 10.
I hope so.
You could. If you put your mind to it, I promise you, you can. I promise you can do that. If I get groceries, you're going to make dinner.
Oh, well,
If I get a
chef.
house, you're going to make it a home.
Mm.
Make sure it's clean, smell nice, and all that. Men build, women cultivate, they nurture. So the reality is, in this sense, the man is always looking at, oh, the women are right. They create. We come from women. Men create. Without the seed, we're not here. Women mold it. They carry it. They go through all the stress and stuff like that, bipolarism, postpartum, all that. They go through it. You know, some men don't understand that. I mean, I don't have kids yet, but I even understand it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They go through that. They got to go through the hard shit of carrying it.
And then
Hopefully it comes to term.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it doesn't start with nothing but man.
I mean, technically,
So I feel like
science and stuff,
the man,
you need both, or else you're not gonna get nothing with not with
okay,
you, not with a man, not with a woman.
my point is, what is my point?
Co-creation.
What is my point?
That men create.
Yeah. Yes, it is a co-creation. But if we don't have an engine to a car and wheels, will it start? It's not fucking starting.
Nope.
Let's say if we have the engine and no wheels and you start the car, is it moving?
No.
Yeah.
Where's it moving?
You see?
To?
It's not
no.
moving.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to use the wheel. I'm trying to use the engine as the men.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So the reality is men in power said this so they would not have to deal with women's shit. Because it's passive. It's so easy. You know, also you just believe that, yo, like, women are the prize and this we come from them. They create, they do all this shit. They go through all this. So we got her. They're always right. We're always wrong. A happy wife is a happy life. I bet you that came from a man. I guarantee you. I could probably look it up, but I guarantee you that came from a man saying that.
I hear like a phone ringing.
So what's your solution if you feel like there's a problem? Pretty privilege, male privilege, white privilege.
I mean, I don't think there is a solution to that. You're gonna have those privileges, regardless, unless you walk around scarring people, or you know what I mean. Like pretty privilege will always be. I mean, whether it's right or wrong, you can't change how a person looks. You know what I mean? You can with like plastic surgery and stuff like that, but that person has to do it. You can't change that. You could. So all these, privileges, white privilege, that's still gonna be, because there's still white people who do that, who throw their privilege around.
Mm.
So I mean, as far as is there a solution? My solutions are always to go back to, as long as you know yourself. You can't, and there's no other way around it. As long as you know yourself, it doesn't matter what these other privileges have, around you. You stand firm with what you believe and you move like that.
I can't say pretty privilege is a bad thing, because then it'll make me a hypocrite. That's the only reason. That would make me a hypocrite. What I would say is, bitches, don't fall for it. Don't fall for my seductive nature. See what else I could provide. Have standards. Men don't fall for it. That's the only solution to the problem. Discipline, easier said than done. Well, work on yourself.
Exactly.
Work on yourself. I don't want a woman. I don't even want a woman who's just gonna let me get her by me just showing her my dick. By me just like being out there saying I could dominate you. I don't want a woman like that. That's bottom tier then. I don't want a woman like that. I'll have it easier than a lot of guys. They might have to push out money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a woman like that. She's showing me that she doesn't have standards.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like the challenge to agree. I'm not talking about she's fighting me and being argumentative and stuff. No.
No.
She I'm leaving. She's fucking it up for herself. No. She can still be respectful and stuff of that nature. But don't like I've been on dates when I was younger and they were already ready to fuck the first night. I'm the one that had to be like, chill, we gonna build. We're gonna build sexual frustration and see if we could go, how long we could go and get it. Because it's gonna mean something. I had to put the standard.
Wow. That's different. And that you should be proud of that.
You see what I'm saying? So, like for me, I don't want to say beauty privilege is the problem because I've used it. It'll make me a hypocrite. But the only way you could do it, like I say, girls, don't fall for it. See what else I could give you. Men, don't fall for it. See what else she got. Build these skills that you have. Hone in on them. Have sexual discipline. Work on that. And you won't fall for it. Because if you've not,
How you fall for anything?
Mm-hmm. Even at the club.
We probably have a bridge we could sell them.
Even at the club. The woman showing she's twerking the best and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Showing what she could do. First conversation. Oh, listen. I've been told by my ex-boyfriends. I never got complaints when it came to that area. I could suck a soul. Pause. Like I could do that. I you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have sexual discipline. You gotta have discipline. If you have sexual discipline, beauty can't affect you. That's what it comes down to. Because you're always gonna correlate beauty in your mind. It's gonna transmute into sex and power.
And probably good sex because they're good looking people.
You're just gonna assume. Meanwhile,
probably trash ass.
Yeah, for the guy or the woman. False advertisement. I saw some weird shit on Instagram. The wife was suing the husband because she's like, yo, he's a freak. He likes to bring yams and mashed potatoes to the bed. And the woman is like, oh my God. Well, what's wrong with that? I don't want no potato, whatever she was saying. Mashed potatoes running down my thigh when I'm trying to sleep. And meanwhile, this dude is trying to engage with his woman.
But now when she's trying to sleep.
Like I said, I don't believe it's a problem. I think you gotta just not fall for it.
I don't think it's a problem. I think it's a problem with how people use their pretty privilege. Like I don't like when people know that they're pretty and then expect shit because they are. I don't like that. That is like an abuse of power, I think. But if you're humble, like me.
We're not gonna stop that.
All right.
I like women are gonna keep doing it. They've seen results. A few men might keep doing it. They've seen results. So with the women, like you can't tell them shit. They're gonna be like, yo, this shit works for me.
That can only last so long.
Tell them niggas don't fall for it. People could do what they want to do.
People don't always stay pretty, is what I'm saying.
They have to suffer the consequences.
Yes, they do.
So the thing is, they're gonna do what they want to do. If the woman is wanting to be valued for her beauty, looks will fade. Waist will expand. So if you're not doing surgery and stuff of that nature, you're gonna get to a certain age. So if he just valued you for that, he's probably gonna be gone. If you just value him for the money and you might lose it, or maybe he gets sick, can't work, she's gonna be gone. Status, she's gonna be gone. The moment she sees she got him, she's not gonna put in work to him to get him. Like she's not gonna keep working for him because she's not gonna think. See, when she was on the outside looking in, she was like so attracted to you. She was like hungry, but then when she got you, she thinks, yo, I'm better than all these people. You know what I'm saying? Because I have access to him. So now she takes you for granted, or him to her.
That's true.
So that's what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned into one of the most raw, uncut, unapologetic, real podcasts. This has been Therapy Podcast. Peace.